We're back on a Saturday morning with our series, The Price You Pay, and it is that time of year again. Believe it or not, tax season officially began on Friday, and this year you probably have a lot more questions than usual because of the coronavirus pandemic.
That is for sure. NBC senior business correspondent Stephanie Ruhle has some great information to help you file correctly and maybe save some money in the process. Steph, it's so great to see you. Thanks for joining us. So, most people have spent the past year indoors. So how does that change things for the vast majority of people tax-wise?
I'm so happy to see the both of you. I feel like I'm about to disappoint you in the next 3 minutes. So for so many of us who have been working from home, we're thinking, hey, could I be deducting, my home office, even though my kitchen is now my office? Can I deduct this printer, my internet? Most likely the answer is no. If you have a full-time job, meaning an employer, you get a W-2 at the end of the year, you cannot deduct any of your home office expenses. You can potentially talk to your employer. Maybe they will give you some sort of stipend. But as it relates to your taxes, the answer is no. If, however, you're a consultant, you work for yourself, you have a small business, you can, but that's always been the case. But if you thought, hey, working from home, let me deduct my internet, the answer is negative.
And Steph, as you've been reporting, I think 16 million people filed a change of address form this past year. So what do you need to know if you moved or if you worked in one state but then moved to another?
This is super important because, as you said, 16 million people, lots of recent college grads moved home with their parents to save money. People left cities to move to the country. And when we were all packing up, very few of us thought about our taxes. But if you work in one state and live in another, there's a good chance you owe taxes in both of those states. You need to contact your employer. Now, it depends state by state. Some states have reciprocal relationships. Some states, like New York and New Jersey, offer a credit. This might be the year, because of this very reason, that you want to hire a tax professional, because the last thing you want to do is get a penalty because of this.
Yeah, or just call up my dad, which I do every year. Steph, right, exactly. What can you take advantage of this year that you haven't been able to in years past?
So I would say this is good news. Because of the coronavirus pandemic and the CARES Act, people are allowed to take up to $100,000 out of their 401ks without facing any sort of penalty. Normally, you face a 10% penalty if you take that money out early, meaning before you're 59 and a half. But if you were impacted by COVID, you lost a job, you got sick, your spouse got sick, you lost childcare, you can take that money out, not pay a penalty, and you won't actually have to pay taxes on it for up to 3 years. If over the next 3 years you decide to put that money back in, you'll get the taxes back.
And Steph, stimulus money and unemployment benefits, how does that affect our taxes?
Okay. If you received a stimulus check, you don't owe taxes on that. Good news. If you qualify and didn't get a stimulus check, you can take it as a credit on your taxes. And here's the third one. Last year, if you got a stimulus check, that was based on what money you made in 2019. If your situation changed in 2020 and you lost your job and then you qualified, well, file your taxes right now and you will be getting a check.
Steph, I got to ask you about that.
Unemployment, if you got unemployment benefits last year, you do owe taxes on it.
All right, glad you added that. I have to ask you about tomorrow, Valentine's Day. What are some tips if you haven't gotten started getting your loved ones presents yet to get some good deals?
I know we want to love our loved ones. I want you to love your local neighborhood. This is the year to shop local. Think about what a terrible, terrible year this has been for small business. So I'm going to ask you, with one day to go, don't go online. Go to your local florist. Go to your local card shop. Go to your local restaurant. Even if you can't go out to eat, buy a gift certificate. Plan a hot date in a few months.
Yeah, Stephanie Ruhle, a.k.a. Dr. Ruth meets Susie Orman. We appreciate your advice this morning. Have a great Valentine's Day weekend.
Thanks, Steph. Have a great one. Great tips.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.